Heidi ho neighbors, Rado Goji here, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Warrior. When we left off, we were in Garin's tomb, we got the shiny harp, and I decided that actually I'm not going to check the entirety of the freaking dungeon for one defense boosting seed. So I'm going to use outside, and we're just going to go to the overworld. I was actually expecting to go just into the, back into town, but this works too, I suppose. Let's just rest a bit here. Now, before we head to the next dungeon I want to go to, I did kind of want to check out, the stuff that's, the doors and stuff in the Tantagel castle. Mainly due to the fact that I'm kind of curious as to what's there. I don't exactly remember what's there. But there is an optional dungeon we will be going to afterward. I really don't feel like using the magic points to go back to Tantagel when it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away. So I'm just gonna walk. It's not gonna take that long. I mean, we'll run into random battles and stuff, but that's to be expected. It's an RPG. There you go. So yeah, not much else going on. Hooray for Dragon Warrior, I suppose. Dragon Warrior is pretty simplistic in this particular version. Dragon Warrior 2 is a lot more fleshed out and stuff, but for example, there are a few things that are different from the NES version. Even like if you bring up the menu, it only has like item, cast info, and equipment. But if you like in the NES version, like you had to bring up the menu to talk to people, to check your area, to read something, and that kind of stuff. Real hero wouldn't steal. I don't know if it's really stealing stuff. Technically, let me just toss these torches, we don't need them. I don't think we technically steal it, because, the king did say help ourselves to whatever was in the treasure chests. And, these are treasure chests, so I'm just going to say that these count. An agility seed and a mystic nut. Mystic nuts, I think, raises MP, if I remember correctly. Yep. There's a key in there that replaces the one we used. And 350 gold pieces. Let's see if it says anything different. Real hero wouldn't steal. I think he too realizes that we are the hero who was given permission to open all of the chests in the castle. I'm just going to assume that we have... I'm looking for the basement. It's somewhere in this castle. I think a castle's basement would be in a castle. It's dangerous to go beyond here. Don't go unless you're sure of your strength. These were those super hurdy tiles I was talking about earlier. Those will take off like 2 or 3 hit points per step. And I don't know if... I really don't think I mean, if we had the best armor in the game, that would actually make us immune to that. Or something like that. But, the magic armor doesn't make us completely immune. But it does cut back on the hurting. You're so young and yet you are on a dangerous, demanding journey. I'll pray for your safety. Thank you. Let us pray for the brave warrior. Let the light be with you. Hallelujah. Rado was healed completely. Actually, that could help out quite a bit if I'm going down this way. I'll just come back up there, and, that hurt us quite a bit, actually. You've done well to get here. You may be able to defeat the monsters in the tomb of Garin. I did that. I think that's what we were meant to be doing, actually, was going here first, talking to him, and saying that, oh, you can go get the shiny harp. Oh, well, that's what you get for looking at a walkthrough. Let's just heal ourselves again. Praise Jesus. Okay. I think that's what all this is here. What's in... This will bring us to the key shop, I think. Keys that open any door. Okay. Now we're full up on keys again. I think that guy charges more than the other one, but... than the other guy, but yeah. When it's rain and sun equal rainbow, basically. So that's a hint as to basically two things that we're going to be getting that will allow us to form the Rainbow Bridge. And of course we will be needing the Garin's Harp to actually get one of those things. But for right now we're going to be going to an optional... that's the wrong way entirely. An optional dungeon. If you remember correctly... or if I remember correctly... I believe somebody in Remuldar said that it's proper etiquette for a warrior to wear a ring. And we will be getting a ring in the dungeon. Basically, it's an equipable item like the Dragon Scale that will increase our attack. Whereas, basically, I'm going to swap it out for that, because I don't know if I really need the extra defense anymore, but, you know, extra attack doesn't hurt either. I think it gives you more attack than the Dragon Scale gives you defense, so... it's a decent enough trade-off. I just gotta find where the cave is, because I don't know the exact location off the top of my head. I don't know what happened there. Let me check something real quick. No, it's not that. For whatever reason, the window decided to unselect itself and then select itself again. Don't know what's up with that. Don't know where the... This will be another video of me just wandering around trying to find something. We all know how fun those are, especially since I don't really have much else to talk about. I think actually this is the cave right here. Radiant, please. Yeah, this is it. So we're basically going to wander around. I'm going to try to find as many treasures as I can before going down any stairs, because that's how I roll. And judging from I&II here, we're not going to be running into anything overly dangerous. This is basically the same kind of stuff we saw in the Marsh Cave. And since we've been in the Marsh Cave, we've gone up quite a few levels. So I really don't think that there's anything that will hurt us too much. Maybe on the lower levels. We'll probably see some more powerful enemies there. But for the top level, we've got eiders, spookies, stuff that really can't hurt us, which is good. I remember going through... I don't remember what level I was when I went through this level the first time when I played through this game on the Game Boy Color proper. I believe I was level 7 or 8, so I did have some trouble, but we are level 14, which is pretty much twice that, so I don't think that we're going to have too much trouble in this dungeon. Again, or at least with the top floor. But I am going to explore as much as I can of the floors and try to get as much treasure as I can. I do know that there were some treasures that we didn't get in Garin's tomb, but I didn't feel like... after reaching our goal in Garin's tomb, going about every square inch of then, just, you know, I kind of wanted to move it along so we could get to this dungeon. But I do want to explore as much as I can see, at the very least. And again, I don't have a map or anything showing me where anything is. So it's left to wandering. I don't know if there's anything that's actually invisible either. There probably are some invisible items here, which is actually kind of annoying. I don't particularly like when RPGs do that. The door is pretty important, I think. We'll save the door for later. But I'm fairly sure that leads to our ultimate destination in here. So, usually with stuff like that, I'll tend to not worry about it at first, and then just get to it later. But who knows how this might turn out. I might get sick of it and just, once I find the war ring, which is what the item is, I'll just go ahead and stop, and then exit the dungeon. That's the main thing we're looking for in here. And this dungeon is completely optional. This has nothing to do with the story. It has nothing, no real plot-bearing key items in here. Just you know, just an optional piece of equipment that you can get that can help. Alright, I'm gonna go downstairs now. And it will help a lot because, you know, I like to be able to do a lot of damage to enemies. Oh, I've got poltergeists here, so pretty much the same thing we've seen in Garin's tomb at this point. So again, nothing too particularly scary. Whatever that is, I still haven't found out what that is. Probably should look it up, but I'm not going to, because I really don't care. I don't know why they're poltergeists here. I think poltergeists normally haunt houses, don't they? Let's go upstairs and see if this leads us to anything. It leads us to the other side of the door, so we just actually circumvented needing to use a key anyway. And saving keys is always good. So I'm just going to not open the door then, because we completely circumvented the need for that. Oh, what am I doing? Cast. Yeah, it's turning into Final Fantasy Adventure again. I keep highlighting the wrong things. I want to cast a spell, so I'm going to go to my item menu. No, I mean to go to my cast menu. I did that a lot during Final Fantasy Adventure. Speaking of which, I'll probably do Secret of Mana in the future. That's the sequel to Final Fantasy Adventure. Probably won't do Seiken Densetsu 3, though. I don't actually have that game, and nor do I have access to it, an actual copy. I mean, after all, it was only released in Japan on the Super Nintendo, or Super Famicom, if you want to get super technical about it, but, yeah, probably not going to be any Seiken Densetsu, or maybe, I don't even know if I'm going to be doing any other Mana games. I might do Sword of Mana. I have Sword of Mana on GBA, and I might play through some of the other Mana games, like Legend of Mana and Children of Mana, and see if I like them. Oh, Torch EA. I'm just going to go ahead and use that, why not? Oh, that cut down my Radiant spell, actually. But, you know, I didn't really want the torch anyway, so I'll just stick with this then. There's some gold. See, now I'm finding lots of treasures in this dungeon. I think it's just lined with these rooms. Or the outside of the map. Just lined with these rooms. With the war ring in the middle, if I remember correctly, is like in the middle of the map someplace, and I think I have to go back to the first floor temporarily to get it. Have I gone up these stairs before? Since these may be the stairs these are the stairs we came down initially in. See if there is a way to get to the middle. Just out of curiosity, because, if I remember correctly, yeah, I think the middle is actually blocked off from the rest of the map, on the second floor. But it's always worth checking out. You know, I could remember it wrong. I'm fairly sure the war room is there. The war ring is down there. Those are those treasure rooms to the north there. Yeah, I think this is just blocked off. That means we'll have to go to the top floor again and then find another staircase down. Alright, let's... make our way back then. Again, me wandering around shouldn't be too new of a thing for you. I'm fairly sure that those who have stuck with my videos all these years have seen plenty of Rado wanders around aimlessly looking for stuff videos. If I remember correctly, there was a lot of stuff like that with Final Fantasy Adventure. And that wasn't even too long ago, and I have to think about if I remember that correctly or not. I'll just go on with the recording until I find the War Ring. I'm just really anxious to find this. And we'll get experience along the way too, so it's not a complete waste. Where's another staircase, please? I think it's around here. This water looks familiar to me, and it looks fairly symbolically important to our location. I was wrong. It's not important at all. It's just, oh, a puddle there. That's fairly disappointing, actually. I need to find a way down. I don't think there's like a... I could go look up try to find my old issue of Nintendo Power that had the map for this in here. That could probably help a lot. Actually, that probably would help, but I'm not going to do that. That would be fairly silly. Digging through a stack of, like, 10-year-old magazines, looking for a 10-year-old magazine. Oh, there they are. Thank you, Radiant. At least I hope this is the right area. That just leads to a dead end. Phooey. Okay. As much as I would like to keep recording until I find this darn thing, I'm not going to go above 20 minutes because I try not to make my videos go on too long. I think the only real ones that I've kept going until like maybe a half hour or more were the Climax Heroes videos. And that's mainly because I was just doing one straight recording of an arcade mode in a fighting game. So that's the reason for that. After circling the puddle the 5th time and finding nothing, I decided to circle the puddle some more. No, I'm going to stop doing that. There's got to be another staircase around here somewhere. Because that area is completely, blocked off. If anything, in between videos, I'll try to find that issue of the magazine and see if I can't find that darn map. I don't even remember what issue it was. I don't think it was the one with Donkey Kong 64 on there. Yeah, it was a long time ago. This was for the Game Boy Color, after all. We're talking turn-of-the-century stuff here. Or the more recent turn of the century, I mean. Turn of the 21st century. So, like... Let me see, I was in 10th grade when I first read about this, so... I want to say 2000 or 2001. So yeah, definite turn of the century. Oh dear. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here, so that I can wander around in the next video. And I know you'll all be looking forward to that, as much as you've looked forward to me wandering around aimlessly in this one. I've been Rado Goji, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?